Hey everybody, my name is Sephora Baumgartner, and the career that I chose to do my presentation on is the DoDEA teacher. So what is a DoDEA teacher? A DoDEA teacher is a teacher who works for the military, with military families around the world, work for the government. They work on a military basis with the Department of Defense Education, so DoDEA, and they're just teachers who work in the schools there. They teach just different subjects like math, science, psychology, which is what I want to teach. What are the duties of a DoDEA teacher? They should have knowledge of the subject matter and associated skills, like all teachers. They should plan, develop, and organize long-range lessons and daily classwork, because each school is kind of different, so you gotta learn how to adapt to that. They might have different schedules and different time periods. Learn how to adapt. So learn to adapt and modify lessons that will effectively teach students. Each student is different. We gotta be able to help them understand the information and convey it. Supports and motivates students to or exceed grade level standards, so to help their students learn the things that they need to, and implement safety and security procedures to keep their students safe. Working on a military base, definitely there has been, I've been to schools working, I've been to schools, going to schools in DoDEA where there's been gun threats and such, and so you gotta learn how to keep your students safe. So the education to become a DoDEA teacher, you have to have a bachelor's degree in the subject you're going to teach, uh, at least a bachelor's degree. You need to have some professional teacher education coursework done. Student teaching experience and internship is very important. There's been a lot of student teachers when they come in as like substitutes, or they just work student teaching and they learn the ways and how to do it. Teacher certification, definitely. Dogs licensure, it's like a license to teach dogs, and a minimum practice test score. A practice test score is a test that measures your ability to do math, writing. It's like an academic aptitude test in a way. Well, it just tests what you know, kind of. That way you know that you can do things. So how this relates to my 4-year plan, I want to become a DoDEA teacher, and there's 2 subjects that I'm really interested in teaching. One is psychology, which is what I'm majoring in, and the other is French. So for my psychology, I have an emphasis in health psychology, and I'm taking classes that are relating to that, specifically within the psychology part, because health psychology had 3 clusters when within it, and I just mainly focused on psychology matters because that's where I want to be teaching. And for the French, I'm taking 1 class per semester for French, so that way I'm able to keep that with me because I've always loved it. I have 6 years of study underneath it, but I want to keep it going, and hopefully I'll be able to teach that. But that's like a wish, but what I really want to teach is psychology. French is kind of on the side there. So why I chose psychology? I've always been interested in it. I was reading about it since middle school, and this here is a picture of me and my brother at my graduation. He has autism. He's on the higher end of the autism spectrum, so he's really good at communicating. Well, he can communicate. Things like sarcasm and stuff like that are hard. When he was younger, growing up with him, he struggled to understand others, and people often had a hard time understanding him and why he did the things he did, what was going through his head, and that's kind of stuck with me as I grow up to figure out why people do what brought them to that conclusion resolution. And I want to be able to understand that, and I want to help others people understand it too, because sometimes I think it's hard for people to figure out why people act the way they do. And it's fascinating to see that thought process, cognitive behavioral processes. So the reasons why, most of them I fit into. I have a strong interest in the matter, and it's good undergraduate, and I'm a good job, and I want to teach. And but some of it like doesn't fit me as much. Like the professional psychologist, this academic psychologist, and saying psychology is an easy major. I think for me, it's not easy, but it's something I'm passionate about, and that's why I love it so much. And if you're passionate about something, That's why if you're passionate about it, then everything from there is, I guess, easier. So it's important to know that if you're gonna study something, you gotta want to study it, not just because you have to. But wanting to study it, I think that goes with jobs as well. Well, thank you for listening. I hope everyone has a nice day. Bye.